Class 14, Chapter 2, Power Electronics for Diploma Electrical KPT students, Mangalore. Now, as in the previous class we had said, when a voltage of 10 volts is applied here and emitter voltage is 0, here 10 volts, here 0, a small leakage current will flow here, and that is given in the figure 3 as MP. When emitter voltage is 0, emitter current, this is emitter current will be negative, MO. Because you see, when 10 volts is given here you will have 6 volts plus 6 volts, because the intrinsic standoff ratio is 60% we have assumed. So of the 10 volts, 6 volts will appear at the junction in the N region. Here plus 6 volts, this is 0, so at P region we have 0. So PN junction is reverse biased by a voltage of 6 volts. So for 6 volts you have for a reverse biased 6 volts we have emitter current as a very small microamperes. This will be in microamperes, very small. Now assume that you are going to increase emitter voltage gradually. Say you have made this 1 volt. When you make this 1 volt, the net reverse biased voltage on PN junction will be only 5 volt, because in the N region you have 6 volts here and in the P region you have 1 volt, because you have applied only 1 volt. So net reverse biased voltage is 5 volt. So since the reverse biased voltage reduces, the leakage current also reduces. So for 1 volt of emitter voltage, the reverse current will be only this much. Now you make it 2 volt, emitter voltage 2 volt, so net reverse biased voltage will be 6 minus 2, 4 volt. So you have only this much leakage current, 3 volt, 4 volt, 5 volt. At 6 volt, the leakage current will become 0. So when emitter voltage becomes equal to the 6 volt, that is applied voltage into intrinsic standoff ratio, the voltage across PN junction will be 0. So the leakage current also will become 0, or emitter current will become 0. Now if we increase VE beyond 6 volts, so what will happen is PN junction will become forward biased, but still it needs 0.7 volt for this diode to break down. So up to 6.7 volt, even though it is forward biased, again only leakage current will flow. Now we call it as forward leakage current. So this was reverse leakage current till 6 volts. From 6 to 6.7 volt of emitter voltage, we will get small forward leakage current. When the emitter voltage reaches 6.7 volts, the diode breaks down and conducts heavily. This diode will break down, and this junction will, as it breaks down, current will flow. Once the current starts flowing in this region, since the charge carriers or current flows into the N region, the N region will become now very low resistance. Its resistance will start to decrease, because its resistance was very high. Now when charge carriers enter into the N region, the resistance becomes lesser. Due to the resistance becoming lesser, current will increase and voltage will start decreasing. As the current increases, you can see here, as the current increases, voltage decreases. It is because of the resistance becoming lesser due to the charge carriers entering into the base region. So current will keep on increasing and voltage will becoming reducing due to the negative resistance. So this will happen till saturation. Once saturation happens, there is no further decrease in resistance. Then the device starts to behave like Ohm's law. Then if we further increase the applied voltage VE, the device will get overheated and destroyed. So we have here peak voltage and valley voltage, or peak point and valley point. This helps UJT in applications like relaxation oscillators. We will see that in the next class. So here we can see a term here, conductivity modulation. That is, conductivity modulation means change in resistance due to the conductivity.